Hi, everybody. Mind the Wild. I just did a video over for the oracles about personal frequency and, these spirit guides and everything. And relating to that, I think it's interesting with the more witchy, earthy aspects of it. What are the plant spirits that seek us out, and why do we have a particular resonance with certain plant spirits? So my impression, for instance, and my experiences in my own life is that there are certain plants that simply resonate a lot with me, that have a very helpful resonance, and then others who most definitely don't, and where I can sort of sense the magic, but it just doesn't really do it for me. And it can also, of course, vary a bit. So for instance, I had a couple of weeks where I did a lot of happy, Amazon tobacco based stuff, and that was very, very helpful. And also I did it one day where I smoked a lot of changa, and that's an experience that I'm still kind of processing, but that was a very, very powerful and very earthy, clay-induced experience. And I've really been having a lot of feelings of, swamp, mud, clay, ever since moving into my life. So that interesting thing that certain plant spirits and certain, alchemical compounds will have frequencies and guide us into frequencies, concentrate frequencies for us that we somehow need in our life at that given point of time. And that's a very interesting mystery to me. What are these ineffable plant synchronicities? So let's try to look into how to choose your plant companions. And if I'm looking kind of mischievous, it's because I'm kind of trying to figure out which entity I'd love to channel on this. And it's because before this there was an sort of an elfin entity and a sort of fairy companion, or an elf-like companion, what we call a vette, up here, presenting itself, and he calls himself Golfinn, which of course sounds even more ridiculous in English, not the least American English. But let's try to see what he says to interacting with the plant spirits and what he's about. So much love to you out there, guys. Yeah, greetings to you and all that. But see, what you want to do is you want to address yourself to the topic at hand. Because this is very important when you're dealing with plant spirits. It's to understand that there's a topic at hand, and for them too, there is a topic at hand. So you may realize that if you go certain places, there might be certain things that are up for discussion and certain things that are irrelevant. So you wouldn't go to your local fireman. Why would you even go there? See, you wouldn't go to your local fireman to discuss your tax return, or you wouldn't go to your accountant to discuss your spiritual needs, or you wouldn't go to your crystal healer or whoever is your religious or spiritual official to discuss putting out fires now, would you? Well, at least not those kinds of fires. So in that way, understand that plant spirits too, they have certain purviews. There are certain things that they are interested in helping you with, and other things that they do not see as their area of expertise or interest. So you try to go and ask the San Pedro cactus about your tax returns and see what it will tell you. Do your own damn tax returns. It doesn't have a solution for you. But it might teach you something about doing them with a certain sense of cheer. It might also show you how terribly terrified you are of the taxman. See, these are all aspects that you can relate to. Isn't that interesting? That there is always places you can go to learn new aspects of yourself. So this is often what happens to human beings as they stumble upon the arts of witchcraft and they begin to commune with sacred herbs and their energy. They discover sides of themselves they didn't know were there, simply because the herbs are bringing out this concentration of frequency in the human being, making it discernible to them. In the same way, you will become more aware of your spine if you go to the chiropractor, or you will become more aware of your health if you go to the doctor, hopefully. So, in this sense, you will become more aware of a sense of relaxation, calm, quietude, if you consult the Valerian root. You will begin to know these frequencies of a silent nervous system. Inversely, you may know that having dealings with ephedra makes you sometimes a bit too cheerful. Sometimes it is just what you need to get going. These are just frequencies. These are quite pronounced frequencies, but there are frequencies in everything. And so understand that just as you frequent certain functions and you have created these functions in your societies, these functions of frequencies also exist within the orchestra of nature. And so become aware of the mistletoe. That is, become aware of the small and often unremarkable plants that hide themselves and that you may fail to notice, because many of these can do well to balance your energy fields. And a way to discern this is simply to go to a place, health, shop, similar, and see what calls out to you. And then do not necessarily go for what calls you the loudest, but go for what whispers to you for new adventures and experiences. go there and experience that. I have the name Golfinn. I feel I have often accompanied our friend here in walking through the woods on quiet days, through this lifetime and others. I am a spirit of the woods, a dryad, an elf sometimes. People know me as such. I have many names. Ether is another one. But these are all simply frequencies, functions of a wider harmony. Farewell for now, sweet ones. Go commune with the plants that speak to you. Farewell. That is always interesting, like communing with them and to notice the accent, right? So they kind of have that hybrid program frequency, but very, very different. I much enjoyed being with him. So hope that served you, and much love to you out there.